I knew what was going on. I just kept my eyes shut.
23-year-old Josh Rivers relives details of the random shooting he was involved in.
I'm just laying on the floor and just waiting for a sign that everything's safe.
Multiple shots rang out at this club late December 2010.
I had bullet holes like in my arms and my chest, and I was just bleeding a lot.
Josh was hit 3 times, once in the spine that left him paralyzed and in a wheelchair.
It felt like a dream.
Doctors said he would never walk again. About 2 weeks later, still in his hospital bed.
Is anybody injured? Did you say Gabrielle Giffords was hit? She's hit. Okay. I believe she's breathing. She is breathing.
Josh watched in horror as the news of a random shooting that nearly killed Representative Gabby Giffords flashed across the screen. And with this latest random shooting at a movie theater in Colorado, Josh says he knows one thing for sure.
You never know. Like, it can be anyone.
Made for TV justice.
These they always get away.
Knock, knock. Who's there?
After a bizarre opening day in the new American trial du jour, could it be that we all look back at this display in Phoenix as a turning point?
Were you crying when you were stabbing him?
Tonight, the Jodi area's impact on our nation's court system. The second Marine Corps version of the F-35B, the Lightning II, landed at the Yuma Air Base to pomp and circumstance. Governor Jan Brewer joined Senator John McCain to celebrate the moment and welcome the pilots who now start Marine Fighter Attack Squadron 121.
Today marks the beginning of Joint Strike Fighters flying over the skies of Arizona for perhaps the next 50 years.
The fact the squadron landed in Arizona is big economic news, but just as notable is that the plane is leaving an expensive and troubled testing phase.
We have had serious issues with it over time, but again, this aircraft will outperform any other aircraft in the world for many, many years ahead.
Watch that tail, watch that tail. Like I said, watch the tail.
Sweetness the alligator isn't very sweet.
Sweetness was not real agreeable, and he gave me a real drubbing on the concrete, so I got a real bad case of road rash.
10 feet of muscle, it takes 4 full-grown men to wrestle this visitor from Las Vegas.
Well, let's put it this way, we're headed for Advil right after this.
There are lots of gators at the Phoenix Herpetological Society. This is one of the biggest.
He's trying to go over, Watch out, watch out, watch out. Keep the brakes, keep the brakes.
And finally, after a long trip from a zoo in Vegas,
just watch that tail. Maybe oh, give me a stick.
Sweetness is at home in Phoenix.
Now, a backyard brawl. The feisty ground squirrel and a bull snake went at it.
Strike him.
The squirrel spent most of the time gnawing on the snake's body. While the snake was tangled in the chair, it managed to get in a few strikes of its own.
Whoa!
Eventually, the fight was broken up and the snake was placed back in the desert.